One of just a handful of walk-ons on the Quinnipiac women's soccer team, Rose Lockery has been a part of the Bobcats program for 4 years now and is gearing up for her big moment on Senior Day.
We're now at a point where we don't have as many walk-ons as any walk-ons. Truthfully, Rose is the last of that type of player.
Playing for South Central Premier for her club soccer and captaining Brantford High School her junior and senior year, collegiate soccer has always been on Lockery's mind.
I think it's always kind of been a goal. I did find a passion, for the sport for so many years. So I think that I always just kind of had it in my head that I wanted to play.
She came to me right before her junior year and asked me what I thought she needed to do to play in college. And I said, well, I think it's going to be really hard if you stay on the team you're on because they're not playing against the same level of competition that the team I'm coaching does. So my first suggestion would be that you switch teams. And she asked, well, how do you do that? And I said, well, it's going to be up to you. You're going to have to go talk to your coach and see if he's okay with you making that switch. So she did that, and she ended up joining me for a year right before her senior year, and then COVID hit, so that was the end of that.
I was talking to other schools, but this was definitely at the top of my list.
When she reached out to me and said that she had been accepted to Quinnipiac, and if I had any advice in getting in, I told her that, that she needs to talk to Dave because he's the one that's in charge of all that. But I did tell Dave that I saw improvements in her within that short period of time, the year she played for me and then even after that. So I thought that would be the same that would happen at Quinnipiac.
Fast forward 3 years, and Lockery was at the forefront of Quinnipiac's MAC title winning celebrations. Not only did the win put the Bobcats on the map as a premier team in the Northeast, but it also opened up the transfer portal for women's soccer in Hamden.
I'll tell you what my inbox was like after winning the league last year is inundated with transfer portal requests. You're going to have, let's say, 1,000 players in the portal, but 100 will truly help whatever program they're going, and the other 900, I've got to sit there and go, are they better than the players who've got playing time? They've got to be better than them, and they've got to be more bought in, and they've got to really change the program.
He needed some older players to come in and be able to come down and, also know that it's their final year, so they're going to try probably a bit harder than the freshmen to get that title. So that was, and that's what I was looking for. I wanted to win championship. I mean, where it wasn't as important to me. I wanted that ring on my finger.
I had many reasons that I wanted to transfer. I wanted a higher level for football, but I also wanted a different culture, and I wanted to travel a different part of the US, also being an international student.
In 2018, a study from the National Student Clearinghouse showed that 38% of athletes at four-year institutions transfer at least once. With this number slowly on the rise, the focus for most college coaches has shifted to quickly replacing the athletes who hit the portal.
We also all knew that once you entered, you were done there. You were done at Colgate. Don't think about staying, because you have to tell your coaches, yeah, I'm thinking about leaving. If you're telling them you're thinking about leaving, that's not a good look.
Coaches really don't want you to transfer, and if you decide to make that decision, some of them really want to make your life a living hell. So my coach at UT Martin, he wouldn't let me train with the team. He wouldn't let me do anything with the team. I was just completely cut off from soccer because he was disappointed and mad that I made that decision to transfer and that I didn't give him a heads up.
Now, while lots of programs have a major emphasis on utilizing the transfer portal, Quinnipiac have made walk-ons a huge part of their culture and history in previous years.
Down the years, we've relied on teams. If you go back 6-7 years ago, before we started on this run, that team had 6 or 7 walk-ons on the team that were playing and starting games. So we gave that player an opportunity to play, but if you look at it from body of work, is truthfully they're not going to have that opportunity. So you're telling them, you're coming to training every day. I've got to require you to do all the same things as every player, from study hall to treatment to lift, for little to no money sometimes. For total lack of playing time, you'll get in 4-0 up, 4-0 down, you might get in. Senior day, you might get on.
For these types of players, it's all about finding a role within a program.
I think it definitely is a little challenging. It's been an adjustment, but again, I think our team does a really good job at being inclusive and supporting everyone. So even if you aren't like the main player on the field or anything, everyone does a good job to make you feel as much a part of it as everyone else.
We talk about known roles, and she's sort of adapted that role a little bit. Not that you always want one player to do that, but she works well with Steve, with the staff, with the players. She's a good interaction. She's a good conduit to the team, asking them what they need, what they have to do, who they want to room with, anything on the road. So no, she's become very much, she's a quiet leader. We're in the dressing room, we're in the room, and on the practice field and around the team. So, have the utmost respect for how she's sort of grown in that role too.
She always works her hardest, and she's always motivating everybody else on the team and pushing herself and the people around her. And I think also Rose is someone that I know I can count on for anything. Like even the little things like, hey, does anyone have floss? Like something so random in the locker room, she's like, I got it. So I just feel like there's a lot of things that she does behind the scenes that's not always on the field that is very helpful, and also like on away trips, like she's very good at helping organizing hotel rooms and the logistical side of things that like the coaches don't always do. And me, like as a sophomore, I'm like, oh, who's planning this? But like now I know Rose does a lot of these things, and it's really beneficial to the team. And like without her the past 2 years since I've been here, I think things would have been a lot different with how the team worked.
So with QU already clinching the regular season MAC title, senior day for Lockery was going to prove to be a very special one.
I actually think the whole bench would go crazy. I mean, even the games she's gone in, like her shots and stuff, we're all on the up on our feet standing, because it's just an awesome feeling to see like all the work she's put in and like see it get out.
The past 4 years, she's put everything in, not only with school and everything going on with her, but just showing up as always. I think it would just mean a lot, and I think that everyone on the team is so supportive of everything that she does.
I'm excited, also nervous. I think it's bittersweet. It's a lot of different emotions, but I am looking forward to it, and I think it'll be a great day.
She's earned the right to be on the team. She stayed with the program, and just that level of commitment and everything, and obviously she values, Rose is one of those that values every minute that she gets to play, and senior day she'll start, so it'll be a great opportunity for her.
The game started off well for Lockery, getting many early touches. When a ball came across the box early in the first half, it was Lockery who tapped it in, only for it to be disallowed for going out of bounds.
The goal that was disallowed was a goal. I went back and looked really closely. The ball was not out of bounds when Courtney crossed it to her, so she really should have a goal.
Quinnipiac went up 6-0, and Lockery took the field for what would be her final cameo as a Bobcat. Then came the penalty kick.
I was hoping that they would let Rose take it. I thought that was the right thing to do, especially with given the score and whatnot. And she's actually a very good penalty taker. In practices, she actually does well when we do penalty kicks.
And the bench and the crowd erupt as, we're going to see a penalty kick for Rose Lockery.
We're talking about moments. This is hers. And what a chance for her. And for Kutriko to give that ball up to her is just something inspiring.
Rose Lockery, the senior, can she score on senior day for the penalty? And it gets saved by Adams.